Yesterday, Republican Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy approved an impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden. He didn't want to, he had to in order to try to appease various members of Congress in hopes of getting them to approve the next budget resolution that's coming up here in a few weeks so that the government doesn't shut down again because, well, it's running out of money again. And as you can imagine, the Democrats and their Operation Mockingbird mouthpieces in the mainstream media aren't very happy about it.
Evening from New York, I'm Chris Hayes. We have lots of developments today across different branches of our government, but all with a single through line. The attempt by Donald Trump to use his loyalists in those branches to destroy the rule of law. Trump is, as I keep saying, a uniquely malevolent figure. He nearly upended our democracy. And while he's been out of office for nearly 3 years, he still crucially controls one of our two major political parties, and many of the people he appointed remain in positions of power.
That's a little bit over the top. I mean, it's just an impeachment inquiry. It's not the end of our democracy. I mean, what's next? Is he going to say that this is the next January 6th? Oh, wait, what's this?
And he's counting on them to carry out what is essentially an authoritarian plot. He is attempting to wage total war against not only his political opponent, Joe Biden, but also against the force of law itself, against the actual constitutional structure of this country. He wants them, those folks throughout the government, to finish the job that he started on January 6th.
Stay tuned because there's plenty more to come in this video, but real quick, today's the last day to save 20% off any of my shirts at markdice.com, including the Wanted for President shirt featuring Donald Trump's authentic mugshot by using the promo code ENDOFSUMMER20 at the checkout. Excuse me, Senator Schumer, would you like to issue a slightly less insane statement?
I think the impeachment inquiry is absurd. The American people want us to do something that will make their lives better, not go off on these chases and witch hunts.
This is the witch hunt, he says. John Fetterman, who you may recall, Democrats elected to Senate last year in Pennsylvania, even though he literally couldn't finish a sentence because of a stroke, had this to say.
Ask you about this news that Speaker McCarthy has formally launched an impeachment or has said he's going to.
Oh my God, really? Oh my gosh, it's devastating. Ooh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh no.
We gotta run back.
That is a seated United States Senator who is acting like a 5-year-old while wearing shorts on the job. Now, I'm a casual kind of guy, but I would expect my elected representatives to at least wear pants. It doesn't look like it because of the bricks and the plumbing, but he is on the job right now in, I think, the basement and a passageway of the Senate office buildings. At least he wasn't wearing a hoodie. This is how he literally comes to work almost every day.
And now I'm standing next to the president again, next to a collapsed bridge here. And he is here to commit to work with the governor and the delegation to make sure that we get this fixed quick, fast as well, too.
Now, I would totally understand not wearing a tie. Ties are a ridiculous tradition whose time needs to end, but this is absolutely unacceptable. This is not on the campaign trail trying to fit in with the working class. This is him on the job in the Capitol. The Libertarian Party, which exists mostly as a joke, I guess technically as a hobby for those who have pipe dreams and like to play politics, but they came up with a pretty good one. They filed petitions with the court for conservatorships for Joe Biden and Mitch McConnell. A conservatorship is when the court deems someone a legal guardian over another adult because they have diminished mental capacity and can't make decisions on their own. You probably remember that Britney Spears' dad had a conservatorship over her for like a decade because, well, she's a complete lunatic. And this is absolutely hilarious. What's not funny, however, is yesterday Owen Schroyer, who was a host on InfoWars, who I've met and hung out with, was sentenced to 2 months in jail because he was near the Capitol building on January 6th. He didn't even enter the Capitol. He certainly didn't attack any police, but he did step foot onto the grass and some steps on the Capitol grounds, which was deemed a restricted area, even though nobody who came after Donald Trump's speech knew that because the bike rack-looking barriers had all been moved and the crowd had then moved onto the grass. So for stepping foot onto the grass and some steps on Capitol grounds, he is now going to have to spend 2 months in jail. They say he violated his probation agreement from a year earlier when he was arrested for protesting at Donald Trump's sham impeachment hearing by engaging in disruptive behavior outside of the Capitol. Remember this? Owen's awesome.
Jerry Nadler and the Democrat Party are committing treason against this country. And you can kick me out, but he's the one committing crimes. You are, Jerry Nadler. You're the one committing treason. America's done with this. America's sick of the treason committed by the Democrat Party. We're not going to sit here and watch me run an impeachment scam and remove our vote. We voted for Donald Trump, and they're simply removing it because they don't like it. Americans are sick of your impeachment scam. They're sick of the Democrat treason. We know who committed the crimes, and it wasn't Trump. Trump is innocent.
Meanwhile, I am this close from blocking Ron DeSantis on Twitter. That's not a joke. That's not hyperbole. And when I say that I don't use Twitter, what I mean is I don't tweet. I haven't tweeted for like a year. It just sucks you in and wastes all of my time. But I do use Twitter to kind of monitor and see what it is that's going on. And of course, I follow Ron DeSantis. But on Twitter, people pay to boost posts. And so then these tweets show up in your feed. And he is paying. His team is so pathetic. They are paying to spam people's feeds with the most pathetic posts I've ever seen.
You know me. You know that I fight to win. We need to restore America. Donate $10 today to send the DC elites, the legacy media, and the woke mob a message they won't forget next November.
Actually, if people have an extra $10 or more, they should donate to Donald Trump's campaign to help out with his legal bills at DonaldJTrump.com, which I'll leave linked up in the description below. Here's another one that they spam into my feed every time I use Twitter. Yes, this is really happening. I'm flying out one lucky winner to a VIP experience they'll never forget at this year's second GOP presidential debate. Sound interesting? Chip in now for a chance to win. It links up to his campaign website where he's trying to dupe people into thinking that if they donate at least $5 to his campaign, they might win a chance to be his guest at the next debate in a few weeks. But like all sweepstakes, there's fine print because nobody is allowed to run what is essentially a lottery. And so there is, if you read the fine print, no purchase necessary. And if you click this little link here, you can enter for free. But then you're going to get on his spam list and they're going to start texting you a bunch of spam. So just a heads up. Instead, go to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and order your Wanted for President shirt, now updated with the authentic Donald Trump mugshot. And today is the last day to save 20% off of any of my shirts by using the promo code ENDOFSUMMER20 at the checkout. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below. Enter the promo code ENDOFSUMMER20 at the checkout to save 20% off today. And check them out.